The next story I want to talk about, and I want to make this perfectly clear. If you've already watched Obi-Wan Kenobi, we're doing a thing tonight where we can talk about the conversation in depth about Obi-Wan series. That's tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on 30 and Still Gaming, underneath the Outer Rim podcast, which goes over Star Wars shows, news, and rumors. So that'll be tonight, talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3. The article that I'm bringing up, just because I'm talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi, doesn't mean that people can start talking freely about spoiling it for other people. I've already seen it, so. But what I love about this, okay, it might get a little hairy this morning about what's happening, okay, but Obi-Wan Kenobi premieres, it says, sets new record for Disney Plus original series. Now, what I love about this is they don't actually show numbers. They don't show numbers. They just say that it's the best series ever. You gotta trust me. It's just the best series ever. It's the most. Okay. Now, obviously, do you think people are tuning in because of the new actors? No. They're tuning in because it's Obi-Wan Kenobi and they know that Darth Vader's in it. Okay. So, if it is, fantastic. But what I think is funny, that they don't actually show you the actual numbers. Okay. So it says Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, is already breaking records at the newest Star Wars series debut in impressive numbers for Disney Plus. Okay. So fans of Star Wars franchise have their fingers crossed over the decade, hoping for Ewan McGregor would be one day return to reprise his iconic role as Obi-Wan Kenobi. The series titled Obi-Wan Kenobi is set to have 6 episodes and will follow legendary Jedi Master. Okay. The series takes place 10 years after the fact. Obi-Wan Kenobi, which released on May 27th, broke Disney Plus record for the most watched original series premiere on streaming platform ever, based on the hours it streamed by subscribers during its opening legendary weekend, and the massive premiere event caused the viewership of other Star Wars titles on Disney Plus site to rise as well. With the diehard fans going back to refresh themselves on the old content, new ones also to catch up on what they've missed in the official Star Wars Twitter account. Well, let me tell you something. Here's a little trick that they do, okay? Maybe you guys don't realize this, but do you understand why they release 2 episodes at the same time? Okay? Do you know why they release 2 episodes at the same time? Look at this. Look at this right here. Okay? Disney Plus record for the most watched original series premiere streaming on the platform based on hours it was streamed by the subscribers. Okay, by opening weekend. Well, let me highlight it again so everyone can see it. Okay, let me make it nice and big so everyone can see it. Okay, what's going on, Alien? This is a trick they do on television back in the day. This is what they do. The reason that back in the day they didn't do back-to-back episodes, what they did was for like certain dramas or even sitcoms, they would do like hour-long specials or whatever and then tell you it's the most because of watched hours. So obviously if it was one episode and let's say it was 22 minutes or even let's say it was 40 minutes, okay? Well, if 1,000 people watched for 40 minutes and they watched the whole thing on day one, then you would get, the 40 minutes time watch. Okay. But if you have 2 episodes, then you would have double that, right? You would have an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of actual watch time. Okay. By subscribers. Now it also doesn't take into effect the in full time, right? They're not doing like what YouTube is doing. Like if I go to my YouTube analytics, I can see when people drop off. It tells me like the first 30 seconds, I have 100%, and then all of a sudden it drops off, right? It'll always drop off. You're never going to have 30-second engagement and all of a sudden it skyrockets, right? No matter how big the content creator is or how famous they are, 30 seconds, you get your peak, and then it starts to dribble down, and then the bar goes higher or lower based on how many people think you're interesting or not interesting, okay? So this is a trick that they do, okay? Now, obviously, with these streaming services and with the digital games now and the digital movies now and all of these things, they don't actually have to show you numbers anymore. They don't have to show you numbers. We all are perceptive by just this title, okay? So if people read, this is why it's in bold, this is why they put it, and then they put a picture, and then they scroll. It's all planned this way because most people won't scroll. They won't scroll. They'll just read the title and move on. Okay? And if you read what it is, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi premieres sets new record for Disney Plus original series. Well, of course, they have other original series, but even if it didn't beat it, okay, even if it didn't beat it, it would beat it. Now, 2 episodes is going to give you way more watch time than 1 episode. Hence why they did it with Wanda, hence why they did it with other shows to get people in, kind of hooked and whatnot, right? Because you want to see what happens. Like, if you think about it, all the people, even that give shit about it, right? I'm watching it, 1, because I'm a content creator. 2, I'm a Star Wars fan. Less of a Star Wars fan after I'm watching this series because they don't really care about Star Wars fans. But we'll talk about that more tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay? So they do these tricks as far as letting you know that this is the best show right now on Disney Plus, and if you're not watching it, you're missing out, type of thing, right? So the watch time is exactly what they say it is. It's because it's the most watched original series premiere streaming platform based on its hours it was streamed by subscribers. There's also a lot of people watching it that don't pay for the series, and we had this conversation a couple weeks, maybe a month ago. A lot of you out there have the Fire Stick that don't pay for stuff and just watch it bootlegged. All right, so you're not even being counted. Okay, so the massive premiere event caused the viewership on Star Wars titles on Disney Plus site to rise as well. Okay, diehard fans going back to refresh. Okay, it says, thank you for the best fans in the galaxy for making Obi-Wan Kenobi the most watched Disney Plus original series. We don't have numbers to show you, but believe us, that's what it is. Okay, the first 2 episodes of the series that performed so well in Obi-Wan was as he tries to live a low-key life when he looks over the Luke Skywalker play Grant Feely. However, we don't need to read this because it's just telling you what the story is. With the first 2 episodes already available for streaming and the other 4 on their way on the site soon, it's clear that Obi-Wan Kenobi will be a great success for Star Wars franchise. Now, do you hear that for the Star Wars franchise? They don't compare it for the Disney Marvel franchise. Now, if it doesn't, let's say it's the number 1 for week 1. Okay, because it has the most watched hours because of the first 2 episodes. People are interested to see what it is. Then they get bored because it doesn't hook them, and then it drops off. I'd like to see the numbers, but we don't ever get to see numbers if episode 3 was really good compared to episodes 1 and 2. Okay, I would also like to see that if they put it on the same list as the Marvel shows. Like, we didn't get to see the Marvel chart until last week after a year of seeing all the other shows of WandaVision, Loki, Falcon. You saw all the different things and where they trend and what was good and what was bad. Okay? And obviously, remember when Hawkeye came out, they said it was the best show. But then when you look at it overall, it wasn't the best show. It fell short. And then Moon Knight was pretty good, and then it fell off as well. Okay? But again, they don't really show you numbers. They just show you charts, and you have to use your imagination where all that stuff goes. Well, that'll be it for today's topic of Obi-Wan, number 1 on the Disney Plus. If you like this type of content, we do these live on our other channel, 30 and Still Gaming, each and every single day, Monday through Thursday. We are over here on Nerding with 30. I would appreciate it if you hit the share, like, and subscribe button down below. We are trying to grow this channel. You can watch it live, or you can watch it after the fact like you're doing right now. And we do appreciate you very much for tuning in. If you like this type, again, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.